Om Shanti. This Murli was spoken on 10th of November 1983. The title of this Murli is Sweet, Invaluable, Elevated Versions of Avyakt Bap Dada for the meeting of senior brothers and sisters. Today, the Father, the ocean of all powers, is seeing his Shakti army. The symbol of the trident, that is the Trimurti stage, is very clearly visible on the forehead of each one. The trident is shown as a symbol of power, right? Trishul. So each one of you is carrying the trident and is part of the Shakti army, are you not? Bap, Dada, and you. So Trimurti. Does this Trimurti constantly remain in a clear form, or does it sometimes merge and sometimes emerge? Do you also remember that together with Bap and Dada, you too are an elevated and powerful soul? Through your having this Trimurti awareness, together with Bap and Dada, Baba is saying, through your having this Trimurti awareness, Shiva is visible with the Shaktis. In many temples, as a memorial of the combined form of Bap Dada, together with the symbol of Shiva, they also show a human form in that image. This is the combined memorial of Bap and Dada. Together with that, they also portray the Shaktis. So, with the stage of being an embodiment of the Trimurti awareness, you will also easily become an image that grants visions. At present, you have become an image of a server, a lecturer, and a master teacher. You now have to become an image that grants visions in a practical way. You have become easy yogis, but you now have to become elevated yogis. You have become tapasvi souls, but you have still to become great tapasvi souls. Nowadays, call it service, tapasya, study, effort, or the boundary of purity. Do you know what level it is at? Do you know? Are you moving along with the waves of everything being easy in terms of being an easy yogi? According to the final period, human souls at present do not need words, but elevated vibrations and an elevated atmosphere through which they can easily receive visions. An experience is also equal to a vision. So they are looking for the experience. They don't want to listen. There's too much information is already there out there, in the media. So now they want experience. So an experience is also equal to a vision. There are many who speak, but those to whom you speak are no less in speaking their own things. However, what they lack is the granting of visions. They are unable to do that. This is the speciality, newness, and success that you elevated souls have. So reveal this speciality on the stage. On the basis of this speciality, everyone will say that they actually saw and attained, that they did not just hear something, but that they experienced a glimpse of the Father in practice. Let there not be the experience that such and such a sister or such and such a brother was speaking, but let there be the experience that a unique power was speaking through them. So they should have the vision of Baba, not the brother or sister. So in the beginning, when Brahma had a vision of a special power, what did he say? Who was that? What was it? So Brahma Baba also had so many visions. So he would say, who was that? What was it? In the same way, those who listen to you should experience and wonder, who were they? Let them not just hear points, but the point of light should be visible in the center of the forehead. This newness will open everyone's eye of recognition. So this is how they will recognize Baba. The eye of recognition has not opened as yet. Their eyes are still closed. They're still blind. So at the moment, they put you in the same line as others. They say you say the same things that others speak of. That they too do the same thing that you do. However, there is now a need to give them the experience that this is the same one whom they had been invoking and for whom they had been waiting. The method for this is simply to change one word. What is that? Change the waves of being an easy yogi. Don't use the word easy in the household, but use it to become an embodiment of total success. There is now a need for the waves of being an elevated yogi, an image of a great tapasvi, an image that grants visions and spirituality. Now race. Baba many times says, race of remembrance, race of service, race of knowledge. So how many did you give the message to? Even those who have just taken the 7 days course are able to do this. They too are able to give this message. However, now race in seeing to how many you gave an experience. So this is the race we have to be in. How many did I give the experience of Baba? So let there now be the waves everywhere of giving an experience and making others into embodiments of experience. Do you understand? Now spread the wave of granting visions as in the beginning. Spread this sound. When you become equal to the Father, they will receive visions automatically. Underline point. When will they receive visions automatically? When you become equal to the Father. At present, they experience this to some extent, but now spread this wave everywhere. You also spread the waves of the melas, do you not? You had many melas and also celebrated many ceremonies. Now celebrate the meeting ceremony. You have come here to make new plans for the new year. The first plan is to make yourself plain of all weaknesses. For only then would you be able to grant visions. So there should not be any weaknesses in us. Otherwise, Baba will not be revealed. So if this plan were to become practical in this meeting, then service will bow down at your feet. You now have to fulfill this desire of Bap Dada's. His desire has not yet been fulfilled. Meetings take place and Bap Dada has everyone's chart. However, in order to maintain regard for you, Bap Dada doesn't tell you anything about it. Baba looks at your chart, he knows what we are doing, but still, he does not say anything to us. Because Baba knows that we will be disheartened, disappointed. So, Baba says, that's why Baba keeps encouraging us. So today Baba has come to meet you and not to show you your chart. So, interesting, right? And then, at that time, 1983, Didi of this organization, there are two main pillars of this organization. After Brahma Baba left his physical body, Baba gave all the responsibilities to Dadi Prakashmani. So she became the chief of this organization. And then along with that, there was a Didi named Manmohini. So she was also taking the responsibility. So Dadi and Didi, they were like, they together they helped this organization grow. So in 1983, Didi left her physical body in the month of July 1983. So Baba was then asking Dadiji, where is your friend Didi? In the womb? So Didi must have taken birth somewhere. So she is in the womb in name, but even now she is on a service tour. Just as in the corporeal form after the world mother, she was Brahma Baba's companion. In the same way, even now she is with Avyakt Brahma. She is playing the part of a companion in service. There is the bondage of the physical senses in name, but in particular there is the bondage of service. The world mother especially looked after the business activity of the establishment of the yajna from the beginning. So Baba is talking about Mama. So she would look after the business activity of the establishment of the yajna from the beginning. And after the world mother, when Mama passed away in 1965, it was the responsibility of this soul. Didi took over. So there were other companions too, but she especially had a part on the stage and with corporeal Brahma Baba. Even now, Brahma Baba and Didi continue to have heart-to-heart conversations and entertainment and various roles in service. Together with Brahma, many special souls also have a part in the establishment of the new world with great force. So these souls who have become complete and perfect, just like Father Brahma, they have taken birth and they are making preparations for the new world. And how they are making preparations, Baba has not told us. Baba is not revealing all of that secret. But Baba is saying that they are playing a very important role in the establishment of the new world. So Baba says, just as Didi's sanskars in the corporeal form were to put plans of service into practice and to give zeal and enthusiasm. So Didi would infuse zeal and enthusiasm in everyone. So in the same way, even now, that same sanskar is playing the part of encouraging the group of instruments who are carrying out establishment of the new world. Do you remember Didi's special words? What were her special words to put zeal and enthusiasm into others? She always said, do something new. So newness emerges our creativity. When we do something new, think about something new, then creativity emerges from inside. And that brings happiness to the soul, gives happiness to the soul. So what is happening now? She used to ask repeatedly, what newness have you brought? In the same way, she used to converse with Avyakt Brahma using the same words. She is putting zeal and enthusiasm into the advanced party too. What have you done so far? What is happening now? She is putting that same sanskar into practical form. She never used to allow anyone to sit idly. No one can sit. One service done, next service, then next service. No one can sit idle. Even now she is getting the arrows ready to bring the advanced party onto the stage. She had the sanskars of a controller. Now she is the controller of the advanced party. All these souls who have gone, Baba calls them as advanced party souls. So her sanskars of service are even now in an emerged form. Do you understand where Didi is now? So maybe they were thinking about where is Didi? So that's why Baba talked about that. So she is now touring the world. Baba will tell you when she has taken her seat. Even now she is making many big plans to give you cooperation. Now it will not take long. Acha, to such constantly elevated yogis, to those who are constantly images of great tapasya, to those who become practically the same as the Father and grant a vision of the Father, to those who spread everywhere the wave of the attainment, I saw and I attained. To such great images of tapasya, to all the loving children from this land and abroad who remain absorbed in service, Bap Dada's love, remembrance, and Namaste. So Baba said Namaste to us. Baba is talking to the groups. Baba is saying, in what form are the Shaktis always remembered? All of you are the Shakti army, are you not? Shaktis are always remembered as a mother with the thought of receiving sustenance, right? Shakti Ma. You have given many messages, and many others have now also emerged who will give the message. So those who give sustenance are now required. The task of those who are special instruments is to stay in the sustenance of the Father at every second and to give everyone the Father's sustenance. Little children who are always being sustained are so happy. No matter what happens, they remain so happy because of being sustained. In the same way, now give all souls the experience of having God's sustenance. They should feel that they are moving along whilst being sustained by God. That you are giving them the drishti of God's sustenance. Therefore, now there is a need for sustenance. So, are you those who give sustenance or just messengers? Nowadays, there are many who call themselves messengers. It is a very common thing to become a messenger. However, whoever comes now should experience that they are now receiving God's sustenance. This is known as bringing souls into relationship. All of you are very special, are you not? Very special ones are those who do practically what no one else can do. So who is a special one? The one who do practically what no one else can do. That is why they are special, right? So it is not a big thing if you do what everyone else does. The meaning of giving sustenance is to make them powerful. So what is now Baba is explaining? What does it mean to give sustenance? To make them powerful, to enable their thoughts and powers to emerge, and to give them zeal and enthusiasm, to make them a form of Shakti in every respect. So 4 points Baba is telling us here. The meaning of giving sustenance, first is to make them powerful. Second, to enable their thoughts and powers to emerge. Third, to give them zeal and enthusiasm. Fourth, to make them a form of Shakti in every respect. So now there is a greater need for this form of sustenance. They are moving along, but now there is a need for them to move along as powerful souls, so that even if new people come here, they definitely experience God's power here. There is the experience of the power of words, but now give the experience that you have God's power here. When you go onto the stage, you remember that you have to give a lecture, but now remember more than the lecture, more than, but now remember more that that lecture is just a means, but that you really have to give the feeling of God's power. They should feel God's power even in your words. This is known as being unique. When someone gives a very good speech, you see that person as a speaker. There are so many good speakers nowadays. Now let them see you as God's spiritual souls. You have to give them this feeling. This feeling sows God's seed. Then that seed cannot be removed. Once they experience, it will stay with them. When someone has had an experience of even 1 second, he won't need any effort from you till the end. The interaction and way of serving of those who experience God's sparkle as soon as they come is different from those who simply hear everything and are impressed by it. The interaction of those who simply move along with love is also different. There are many different varieties. So now, first of all, experience yourself to be constantly receiving God's sustenance, for only then will others have this experience. So first we have to experience, only then others will get that experience. So you are moving along with service, but service is also a form of sustenance. You are moving along with God's sustenance. Service makes you powerful. That too is God's sustenance. So see, if we are getting service opportunities, that is also God is sustaining us through by giving those opportunities. So however this should remain in an emerged form, you should have this determined thought. To be a very special beloved child means to be a sample equal to the Father. So who am I? I am a very special beloved child. And what does that mean? I am a sample equal to the Father. Om Shanti.